Well, Gary, 3-0 defeat here at Maidstone this afternoon. What were your thoughts on that game?
My thoughts are we've been beaten by the better side, beaten by the more physical side, the more athletic side. Really, to be perfectly honest, we get the ball into really good areas of the pitch, and we're matched up physically. We get a lot of 1v1s in the top end. Some down to like I said, a lack of decision making. A couple of times we can make better decisions to get better outcomes. Some of it a lack of quality really. So yeah, like I said, we have a really good way of getting the ball from one end of the pitch to the other. But yeah, today we were matched up in those wider areas. Get 𝗣cie𝘀𝘁 into some really good positions. But 𝗣cie𝘀𝘁 has a really good, like I said, a really good game for them at fullback, and both sides we're matched up physically. So that causes a slight bit of a problem for us. But I think, like I said, if we make better decisions in the top end, we probably get a little bit more out of today. But like I said, no complaints. We've been beaten by the better side. But having said that, we certainly had our moments, not just opportunities. But we have a really good chance from Olaf in the first half. He goes through clean through one-on-one. That would bring it back to 1-1. And then we have a really good spell where we like I say, we dominate the ball. We get in and around, like I said, to the edge of the D. Not necessarily with ease. We work our way through it, but we do it really well. Get quite a few shots off. 𝗣cie gets a couple, and yeah, there's a couple of others where we go from one side of the pitch right through end to end. Henry Sadie has a really good opportunity to put 𝗣cie𝘀𝘁𝗁 in. I think Lewis probably needs to be a tiny bit more aggressive in his run. And then yeah, maybe Sadie needs to get his eyes up a little bit quicker. But overall, it's sort of maybe decision and quality at that little moment. So we had our moments for sure. But yeah, we haven't made the most of them. And then the 5-minute spell just before half time where we can see 2 goals is not good enough. Hamzad, who we know well, he's left unmarked in the box. Really, he's left unattended. And we don't do enough, and he's the tallest player on the pitch, and that can't happen. So that's in effect criminal. But yeah, it's a strange one because, like I said, I think ultimately we've played okay, but okay is not going to be good enough to stay in this league this year. Like I said, such is the competitiveness of it, and we've been competitive for large parts of that game. But yeah, ultimately we've as I said, the realism of it a little bit is that in certain areas we lack a tiny bit of quality at times. And as I said, some physicality and athleticism to really make it count and matter when it matters most. And then obviously we saw James make his debut after signing on loan from Exeter City yesterday. What were your makes of his debut? Yeah, I thought he was fantastic. I did. Did everything that was after him. He defended really well. I thought he was good with the ball, stepped in when he needed to. And yeah, just did everything well. The simple stuff well. He made it look easy. Like I said, in terms of some of his choice of pass forward were really good. He doesn't just use one type of pass going forward. He'll like I say, he clips different channel balls. He makes like I said, he's got good quality in there and uses that. So I thought he was excellent. I really did. And then obviously we saw Tomo and Evans come back from injury as well. How happy are you to have someone of that versatility back in your squad? Yeah, To's our top scorer. So we've missed him. He's not been out as long as we thought he might. So that's great. Great to have him back. We'll certainly need him back. We need everyone else back. We need everyone fit. Obviously, I'm mindful that we have a game Tuesday night at Eastbourne. So again, that'll be a tough one. We have to pick ourselves up now again. And like I say, another long trip awaits us on Tuesday night to try and, like I said, go and get some points away from home after on a difficult trip. I don't know how they've got on today, but yeah, another tough game on Tuesday night. But yeah, we'll need everybody because we have to go again on Tuesday night. And then, as you said, Eastbourne Borough on Tuesday night. What are your takes out of that one? Yeah, what I've just said. I think it'll be a tough game. It'll be a tough game not just because of the fact that we're both fighting for points, the fact that we'll have a long journey in a midweek, because obviously we progressed in the FA Cup. It's a rearranged one, so it's a real tough ask. This league, a lot of it's about timing and stuff like that. So, obviously they've got a new manager who's got success. 𝗣cie, I know 𝗣cie really well. So it'll be a really tough game. As I said, I say it every week, and I've said it all the time. All managers say it. Every game's tough, and they're particularly tough, like I said, when you don't get things quite right in detail every week. So yeah, look, another tough game Tuesday night, and we'll have to see, like I said, who's come through today unscathed as well.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.